Hello children, welcome for today's biology class. So today we are going to see the concluding part of the chapter Plant Kingdom. Today we are going to learn the plant life cycle and alternation of generations. Let us go inside the chapter. So here the plant's life cycle can be divided into three types. It is haplontic cycle, diplontic cycle and haplodiplontic cycle. So first let us study regarding haplontic cycle. The sporophytic generation is represented only by one-celled zygote in haplontic life cycle. Meiosis occurs in zygote and results in the formation of haploid spores. The haploid spores divide mitotically to form gametophyte, that is haploid plant. The dominant photosynthetic phase in such plant is gametophyte. This type of life cycle is haplontic. We can see this type of life cycle in algae, that is Spirogyra, Volvox, Chlamydomonas and all. So let us see the diagram. So here can you observe the zygote is formed by the fusion of gametes. Okay. So later the zygote formed, that is diploid, it undergoes meiosis and results in the formation of spores. And the spores it develops into gametophyte. Okay, and the gametophyte it produces the gametes, haploid. Actually the gametophyte is haploid, and here can you observe this is diploid condition. So here as the haploid stage is no predominant, you call this cycle as haplontic life cycle. So algae are coming under this category. Next is diplontic life cycle. In this case, diploid sporophyte is dominant, photosynthetic, and it is independent phase of plant. The gametophytic phase is represented by a single or few-celled haploid gametophyte. Example, all seed-bearing plant, that is gymnosperm, angiosperms, all are coming under this category. Now let us see the diagram. In case of sporophyte, can you observe it is 2n condition. And later it forms gametes, and the gametes they are formed by means of meiosis. That's why haploid. The diploid sporophyte it forms haploid gametes, and later fused together it forms zygote, and once again it develops into sporophyte. Here in this diploid condition is predominant, so that's why this life cycle is diplontic life cycle. Example, gymnosperms, angiosperms are coming under this category. Next one is haplodiplontic life cycle pattern. Both gametophytic and sporophytic phase, both of them they are multicellular, and here a dominant independent photosynthetic thalloid erect phase is there, that is haploid gametophyte, and it forms gametes and it alters with short-lived multicellular sporophyte. Okay, and the sporophyte will be totally or partially, it may be dependent upon the gametophyte for its anchorage and nutrition. Example, bryophytes and pteridophytes. So all are coming under this category. So here some exceptions also there always. Ectocarpus, Polysiphonia and kelps, they are type of algae, but they are doing haplodiplontic life cycle pattern. And this is also one more exception, Fucus, it is diplontic life cycle pattern it is showing. Okay children, so you remember the exceptions also, it can be asked in 1 mark questions. So now let us see the this diagram, let us see in detail. So here can you observe haplodiplontic life cycle. So both of them equally they occupies the pattern, sporophyte and here gametophyte. Sporophyte is diploid and gametophyte it is haploid condition. Okay, so both of them they occupy mostly the time, it is equal time it is occupied in the life cycle. So that's why you call that as haplodiplontic life cycle pattern. Okay children, so we studied regarding different type of plant life cycle patterns, 3 different patterns, and you prepare the diagram and you can just practice the diagram also children. So hope you must have understood. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.